Hey, what's happening guys? My name is Doodles and welcome to part 3 of my Les Paul restoration. This series is a fantastic series that I'm doing in association with northwestguitars.co.uk, where I'm taking my beat down and broken Epiphone Les Paul standard and I'm going to restore it back to its former glory with their help. The series has been great so far. I've had such a blast working on it. So far I've stripped the guitar down to pretty much its bare essentials. I've still got some wiring stuff to do and take the pots out, which I'm going to be doing in part 3, and then once I've done that, in the next couple of parts I'm going to start putting the guitar back together. Going to fit new pots, going to fit new pickups, going to rewire the whole thing. I'm going to add a kill switch in where the pickup selector is and put the pickup selector down where the controls are. I'm going to set it all back up and we're going to see what the end result is. Hopefully it all goes well. It's been so fun so far, it's gone well so far, so hopefully we keep that up in this part. But now I'm going to take you to the action. Right, so to kick things off, I am starting to remove the solder from the pots so I can take them out of the guitar. The aim of this video is to remove all of the pots, the two pickups and the pickup selector from the guitar, and then give it a nice clean up. But one thing to note is, because I am putting brand new pots in the guitar, I am probably not taking as much care doing this as I probably should if I was going to be reusing them. And I'm also going to be rewiring the whole guitar, so it doesn't really matter too much if I ruin anything, but I'm still trying to take enough care that it's not a complete botch job. But I'm also skipping forward, sort of time-lapsing some of this because it does take a while to remove all the wiring in the pickup, so I'm sort of just skipping some of the footage because you don't want to see me just repeating the same process. But as you can see, once the solder's heated up enough, it's easy just to pull the wire off, and then I want to try do that to everything on this guitar. I'm going to be taking a bit more care with the pickups though, and the wires that connect up to the pots, because I will be reusing the Iron Gear Hot Slag pickup in the bridge when this restoration is done. So as you can see, now I'm just taking the pickup out. I've just got the wire out, and I've tried to keep everything as intact as possible. There we go. I'm going to keep that to one side. I'm going to put that away so it doesn't get damaged and we can reuse this when we get further into this restoration. But now that that's done, I just need to finish removing the neck pickup, which I won't be keeping. And I found out it's an Epiphone Classic humbucker, and I'm just going to pull that out now. Right, I think I've just identified which wire is attached still to the pot there, where the wire goes. And right, there we go. After a little bit of a tug and a bit of another solder job, I managed to get it out. So right, and now like I said, I'm not taking any care with this because I'm going to be rewiring the whole thing. So since I'm not saving them, I'm going to start cutting the wires out, and then it should make it easier to pull the pots out because I'm not trying to desolder every wire from all the pots rather. I can just take the solder out as necessary and then just pull the pots out, and the wire should come with it, because like I said, I'm not saving any of it. I do need to take note of the ground wire though, and that goes from the bridge. I do need to make sure that stays in the guitar just for when I rewire back up with the new pots and pickups. As mentioned before, if you are planning on reusing the pots and wiring, do not do this task, as obviously it will make your wiring useless. But like I said, I'm not saving any of the wiring, so rather than taking the wires off each of the pots that it's connected to, I might as well just cut it all off, take the pots out, and all the wiring will just come with it, and that will save me a lot of time. But as I said, if you're planning on rewiring, putting new pots in or changing the pickups and leaving the wiring intact, do not do this. But there we go, that is the input jack taken out, which I will be replacing. I'm also about to take the pickup selector out because that is where the kill switch is going to go. As you see, by cutting the wire, it's just made it so easy just to pull these parts straight out of the guitar rather than faffing on. But that is those two bits taken out, and now I just need to loosen up the washers that are holding the pots in place in the guitar body, as so. And once I've done that, I just need to unscrew them, and then the pot should just fall out of the body, and this should speed things up. So that is the first one taken out. I'm not keeping these, I'm not worried about the washers and that. I've just sort of skipped ahead a little bit here though. You don't want to see me just do this over and over again. But as you can see, the pots have just fell straight out of the guitar once I've taken the washers off. So I'm going to do this with a fourth one now. Thankfully, this guitar is already a bit beat up, and there's going to be new tone controls going over top of the pot, so it's masking any little scrapes that I will make. But try and be careful if you're worried about the finish, especially if you've got a more expensive finish. But this is just a very tough poly finish from Epiphone, which is very hard wearing anyway, and the scratches don't really show up if any does occur. But as you can see, the pots have just fallen straight out of the guitar, and I can just put them in the bin now, which is exactly what I did. But right, this is the guitar in the finished state. This is everything taken out. As you can see, the pickups have gone. Everything's been removed. The pots have been taken out. It still looks dirty as hell, which is going to be my next task, just to clean this guitar up just before I come to the end of the video. And then what I'm going to do is, it's a poly finish and it's very hard wearing, and nothing's going to sort of spoil the finish. I'm just getting an antibacterial wipe. You could use a polish would work, and basically I'm just going to wipe over the guitar just to get rid of any of the grime and dirtiness that's on the guitar, because the guitar hasn't really been used over the last couple of years while it's been out of action, so it's just gathered a load of grime and dust. But one thing that is an absolute pain is getting the glue residue out from the body, off the body rather, where the treble and rhythm the pickup selector ring is. It's very hard to get that off, but put a bit of elbow grease in, should be no problem getting that off. Just cleaning this up now, just making it look very nice. I'm going to do the same with the neck and the headstock, which I am about to do so now. Just lightly going over it. I'm not too worried about the antibacterial liquid sort of stain on the body, because like I said, the body's very hard wearing, and I'm also going to be putting some lemon oil on the fretboard because the guitar isn't going to be used for a while this build gets completed. So by putting some lemon oil on now, with the fact it's not being played, it can completely soak into the wood and completely moisturize it and oil it up and make it a thing of beauty again. Because I think it's probably going to take another couple of weeks to a month, depending on how the parts go, depending on how easy it is to fit. So with that time, it's going to really allow it to soak in and then really do its job. So that's why I'm doing this now. It's not necessary, but I do like my fretboards to be oiled up nicely with some lemon oil. And this is it. That is the fretboard oiled. That is the guitar cleaned up. As you can see, it looks much better now. Looks nice and shiny, ready for new parts to go in, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Right, so that is the end of part 3. In this video I did skip through a lot of the stuff that I did, because a lot of it was tedious and repeating the same process, especially when taking the pots out. Obviously when I was desoldering I had to do it 4 times for each pot, so I did skip a lot of that out. Just to shorten the video down, but all the important bits are still there. And as you can see now, the guitar is completely stripped down. There's no bridge, there's no pots, there's no pickups, no pickup selector. Everything's bare except the ground wire, which is still in the guitar. For now, I am leaving the tuning pegs on. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to change them. I'm probably going to wait to the end of this restoration, string it back up and see whether these hold the tune. I can't remember whether they were decent or not, so they might get changed, and if they do, it will be a bonus part of the series. But as you can see, the guitar's come along nicely. With the parts that I ordered, I found out that the holes are slightly too small on this guitar, so I'm going to drill these and sort of foul these out a little bit just to make the new pots fit, because I believe the pots that Epiphone use and the pots, most of the replacement pots for like Gibson's, are slightly different size. So I've got a little bit of work to do, and then I'm going to start putting this back together. For any of you guys that have been watching it as the build has unfolded, the restoration, you probably know that it's been a while since the last part went up. And I did film stripping out the guitar quite a while ago. I've had so much on that it's been hard to find the time, and especially with the fact I've got a little bit of work to do before I start fitting the new parts. It's sort of delayed things, but my next task and my main goal now is to get this guitar finished. I absolutely love this guitar. This is my baby. This is pretty much what began my musical journey, so I really want to do it justice. I want to do it right, which is why it's taking a bit longer than expected, but I didn't want to rush it. and end up with a pretty naff job. So expect the next part soon. I am working on it right now. It is my main goal to get this sorted out for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. Be sure to check out part 4, where I'm going to start putting the new parts back in. I can't wait to get it finished. I hope you guys can't wait either. I've been Doodles. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 4. Hey guys, I just want to say this has been such a blast filming this series so far. I've had so much fun, and I just want to give a massive shout out to northwestguitars.co.uk for making this thing possible. Check them out, the links will be down below in the description. And if you've enjoyed this video and the series so far, be sure to hit that like button, and also click the subscribe button either on screen or down below now. And if you want to check out part 4, you can do so by clicking the top right hand side box now, or if you want to catch up on part 2, you can do so by clicking the bottom right hand side box. I thank you so much for watching. I've been Doodles, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next video.